Hey everybody, join us for part 2 of our series on Lake Guntersville State Park. We're camping here this weekend, getting ready for our trip to Canada. Join us and we'll show you up close and personal some of the nice features of this campground.
Good morning. We're here at Guntersville State Campground. We didn't put much out this time because we've had storms coming through. So we left our awning and our rug down. Usually we put out lights and our awning and our rug and all that, but with the storms coming through, we decided
cup holders,
we would just not put all that down this time.
snacks, recliners.
Anything to eat and then take a nap is good for him.
Before we came down to Guntersville this week, we have had a problem with the new Mudflap. The one that was on there originally had dry rotted, kind of like tires do. It's just real thick rubber, 3/8 of an inch rubber, and the one that came off was not fiber reinforced, so it was tearing where the bolts allowed the bottom part to swing and flap, as they call them, mud flaps. I guess that's what they do, is they flap in the breeze. But we took the old one off, drilled holes in the new rubber. Actually, the rubber was rectangular, so we had to cut out for the muffler and the trailer hitch, or the toad hitch, and all that. We had to take the new Mar off the old one, the original one, and put it on the new one. And behind there is a steel plate that the new Mar thing bolts to, so it's not just attached to the rubber, it's actually attached to steel. So anyway, we got that replaced. That was not a easy job, but it wasn't too difficult either. But I'm happy to have that fixed before we go to Canada. I didn't want the old one falling off or breaking on the interstate and causing an accident or something worse. So last week we did a drive-through and it went by so quick we thought we'd do a walkthrough and show you some of the campsites and the view from the campsites. If you get right on the lake, that's the most appealing view, but in the prime camping season, that's also the busiest section where a lot of kids are riding bikes and a lot of people are walking down to the lake, so you don't have as much privacy on that end of the campground as you do in other areas. but it's definitely prettier. Also, I wanted to demonstrate the site levels and how far they are from each other. I think this gives you a better view than we showed in part 1 as we were just driving through. You can see clearly there would be enough room for awnings and carpets and grills and that kind of thing between the campers. Obviously, most people are doing like we're doing and leaving their awnings up and their carpets in because of the storms and tornadoes that have been threatening the area. It hasn't been bad enough weather to make anybody go home, I don't think. It's just the threat was there and we had to keep an eye on the weather. It really never did anything more than rain hard, and the wind gusted a little bit, but not bad. So we haven't had a bad trip this weekend. As a matter of fact, on the contrary, it's been one of the nicer trips because I think the weather kept a lot of people at home, so we had the whole park pretty much to ourselves. You can see there's only about 20% of the sites booked up. Here comes two of our friends now, Miss Gayla and Little Dodger. Little Dodger is the boss of the house. Hey buddy, hey buddy, what you doing today? Did you get to go camping? Good. It's a pretty day today. Yeah, Dodger is a good boy. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sites that are paved. This one's a little bit elevated, but still nice and flat, firm with gravels, water, sewer, electric. I'll make sure I counted that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't see anything specifically stating that these are marked as handicap, but I do know I've seen several people with handicap access rigs staying in these, so I think they probably give priority to the people that need more firm surface than the typical spot. And they continue to improve this too. They have one section completely closed down now to renovate the water and sewer in that area. As a matter of fact, we're coming up on it next. Just past this bathhouse, the next area is closed for renovation. Hey pretty bird, hey pretty bird. Okay, this section you're seeing next is where they're actually upgrading the 30 amp to 50 amp electric. And also the state changed the way the tax money is used and distributed to the state parks. They're able to keep more of the revenue that they actually bring in now for their own upgrades and expense. So that's helped several campgrounds in this area to improve their sites. Again, you can see they're digging and pulling wires for the change from 30 amp sites to 50 amp, so that'll give more 50 amp with sewer and power, sewer and water. The first area when you come in is usually just tents and very small pop-ups and things like that. On the right here you see the tennis courts, basketball courts, activity building. There is a movie theater, outdoor movie theater up there.
I like turtles.
Here's the beach area. We've already got people out on the beach enjoying it. There's a big pavilion over here where you can have picnics and weddings and all kinds of fun stuff. If you go all the way to the top of the mountain, there's the lodge where we go to eat a lot. This is the floating deck. It's crazy. You can't stand still and take pictures and video. And one of the ladies fishing fell in this morning trying to get her fish out of the water. That's so crazy. The sailboats, it must be a group of people that sailboat together, because there's bunches of them out there just having a good time. And it's a wonderful day for that. This is the cabins at Lake Guntersville State Park. They are beautiful up here. They have the big trees. And the lake is just gorgeous. You can see all the way across the lake from these points. They have a beautiful pavilion for picnicking. You can see the lake there. It's just gorgeous from the cabins. We've never stayed in these before, but that might be an ideal one day.